Stats project, where we are going to be exploring whether the car insurance companies are in the right for charging those under 25, males, and students with low grade point averages additional sums of money for insurance, or if they're just cheap. Our statistical question was specifically how gender, course selection, and driving experience affect one's ideal driving speed, if at all. To collect data, we used a blended method of stratified random sampling and cluster sampling. Since the core of our statistical question requires that the subject can drive, we chose to only survey seniors. Since every senior is required to take GovEcon, we decided to use clusters of government/macroeconomics, GovEcon, classes. Additionally, we stratified all of the current periods of GovEcon by advanced placement and college preparatory. We assigned each of the 9 sections of AP a unique number 1 through 9, and each of the 4 sections of CP a unique number 1 through 4. The reason why there are fewer CP classes being taught currently is CP is taught in the spring semester as well as whereas AP is not. It is safe to assume that the students taking CP GovEcon in the fall are homogeneous with the students taking CP GovEcon in the spring. Since overall it's roughly half of the senior class taking AP and half taking CP, we used an RNG to generate one number between 1 through 9 for AP and one number from 1 through 4 for CP. We generated 5 and 3, so we sampled the AP class Unwin, period 1, and CP class Baker, period 2. Our results were significant. We were able to make a couple of conclusions. Surprisingly, when we ignore experience, in graph 1 we can see that it would be dishonest to the data to pool by class or to pool by gender. In short, we cannot pool by gender or by class because the difference seen in AP is not apparent in CP, and therefore if we pooled the data, we would introduce confounding. This leads us to run a 2-sample t-test within AP, examining if gender has an effect on ideal speed in the AP population. There is no point running a test on the CP data since the female and male data are so similar. In the end, there was convincing evidence that the true mean ideal driving speed of males at CCA taking AP GovEcon is greater than the true mean ideal driving speed for females at CCA taking AP GovEcon. Surprising upon discovery, we were also able to conclude that there is a visible trend of more experience being associated with higher driving speeds. However, it is important to remember that we cannot extrapolate and say whether this trend would apply once students leave high school. Our conclusions confirmed a lot of what the insurance companies use to change prices for consumers. However, it's possible that our samples, which were relatively small, were not representative of their populations. We would have selected more classes. However, since the population of CCA seniors is only 630 individuals, if we selected more classes, we would have far exceeded the 10% condition and would not have been able to run our inference tests. Studying this on a larger scale, such as all of San Diego high school seniors, might evoke some interesting results.